It is Tuesday, January the 7th, 2025. We are here, the first episode of the new year, as we inch, as we crawl, as we scoot closer and closer and closer to the 5th anniversary of this show. We are only a few months away, and this, I assure you, will be greater and grander than however we celebrated 2024 going into 2025, because we didn't celebrate at all. We had a show last week. Everybody went on their merry way. They went to the club. They made out. They grabbed some ass. They did some grinding. They had some drinks. Confetti flew from the sky while I laid on my couch, snotting, coughing, gagging, etc., etc., etc. My new thing from the tail end of 24 into 25 is I'm the guy that's always sick. Hey, someone put me in the hospital. I'm sick. That's my new character on the show. There's been Cranky James. There's been Grumpy James. There's been Curmudgeon James. I'm the sick guy now. Somebody come give me a shot of medicine. First episode of the year, and I'm sick of myself. Let's kick things into high gear. Let's welcome the co-host, the co-pilot, but more importantly, the side piece, Dave Kaufman. Dave, I see that you're sporting the same background as you had last week. It's a two-part background.
Two parts.
Yeah. It began in 24. It ends in 25.
Oh, yeah.
Harvey.
This is, well, it's the first show of the year, so I figure I want to keep the celebration going.
Yeah, celebrating New Year's Steve.
New Year's Steve, exactly. New Year's Steve.
Dave, how'd you ring in the new year?
I pretended that the New Year's happened 2.5 hours early so that my kids could enjoy it. And then they went to bed, and then I think I fell asleep at like 11:45.
So you missed the ball drop.
Yeah, I didn't watch the ball drop. No, I didn't.
I generally have not celebrated New Year's in many years. I have been watching the CNN broadcast of New Year's for the past few years.
That gets spicy, that one, with because they drink, right?
Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen. They take shots all night long. They get giggly, and they say some uncouth things. But then the ball drops, and you hear Auld Lang Syne, then you hear Frank Sinatra sing New York, New York, and then you hear John Lennon Imagine.
Oh,
yeah? So it's just all these reflective songs. There's no broadcasting. You just see the people. They're having a great time. People are kissing, they're dancing, they're hugging. I'm just in my home on my couch in my jogging pants, falling into the depths of despair.
Yeah, what are you imagining?
I'm imagining a life where I don't sound and feel like this. I got to get my mojo back, baby.
You should take some vitamins, James.
Dave, I've been taking everything. A couple days before New Year's, I've been taking these anti-mucus pills that are as big as dog medicine.
One of
them got lodged in my throat.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get it down, and then I was Googling what happens if the pill gets lodged. It's well, if it's one of those gel cap pills, it's going to dissolve in your throat and cause a burning sensation.
Oh, yeah. I had an Advil liquid gel explode in my mouth one time, and it was like my mouth was I drank battery acid or something.
I was like, I think I'm in the clear. I think it went down. 30 minutes later, I got it. Yeah, the first potential wardrobe malfunction of the new year.
Yeah, that's better.
I got into bed, and I immediately felt my chest burning and immense pressure around my eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, this is it. It's over. Bonjour, la visite.
But you're still here.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
And the show is still here.
There you go. False alarm.
Dave, do you think anyone hates this show? They're like, they're still doing it.
Maybe, yeah. Everyone's got some haters out there.
Do you ever think about haters? Because I don't.
My haters?
Yeah, I don't think you have any. I don't think you have any haters.
I have some haters, sure.
Do you know them?
Yeah, I do. You ever have
Really?
someone like unfriend you on Facebook and you're like, well, that's
I don't think
interesting.
that makes anyone a hater though.
I think it does. I think
It depends. It might be like, well, we don't interact. It's been literal years. If I went and unfollowed someone like, oh, they haven't posted anything in 10 years, they
Sure,
don't
sure. If
engage.
it's like someone 10 years that you've known, like, and have fallen out of touch with in a 10-year span, but if it's like someone who is in your community, then you probably you might have a hater. It's my
Okay, so
Jeff
we know what
Foxworthy.
community you're affiliated to, the lovers of big boobs.
Yeah, yeah.
So someone in your community,
We get together every month,
yeah,
and some of us get into arguments.
okay.
Yeah.
So did this happen recently? You think a hater unfollowed you? You don't even really use Instagram that much.
No, I don't, but I still, I notice these things sometimes.
It grinds your
It
gears.
doesn't grind my gears. It's just, oh, that's
Okay.
interesting.
It doesn't turn the temperature up a little bit inside of you, like,
Not
doesn't
in,
make you go,
if
ooh.
anything, it's like, ooh.
Look, I think we've all noticed, hey, what the hell did I do?
It's fun to have a hater.
See, this is the thing. I don't think about the haters, but when I've noticed, because I don't go out of my way, but once in a while, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I used to follow this person. Now they have a private account. They've banished me.
Yeah,
But then you sit there and you reflect, well, did I do anything? And you're like, oh no, they're just crazy and they've created an idea about you.
sure, but that's like a little bit exciting, right?
I
Oh,
wouldn't
this
call I would I'm not excited by it.
no, all right.
I'm
Maybe it's
not
just
I'm
me.
not I'm not aggravated by it, but it's more like, wow, it must be sad to live that way.
It adds to the spice of your life.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
This next part is for you and I.
Hmm.
But grater's gonna grate.
Sure. Does that make like a cheese grater?
No, it means the graters are gonna
Okay. The
continue to
people who
grate.
are of greater status.
Yeah, and that's just not you and I, that's everyone who's on this show.
Sure, and we're all awesome. We only
Now
have
I haven't
awesome
I haven't
people
dropped
on this
this one
show.
in a
Yeah.
long time. I
Go
haven't
ahead.
dropped this one in a long time. Don't hate me because you ain't me. Love me because you want more of me. Because that's really what it's about. The haters want to love you. They
It's
want
true.
you to love them.
I think you're right, James. I think, and don't hate the player, hate the game.
I'd like if you tagged it with another part because that one already exists.
Okay. Don't hate the player,
Hate the game.
hate the game, and play to win, because that ain't no sin. Jim.
Coming in from the chat, we've got Jackie Dunn saying a suggestion: try puppy medicine. It's smaller. Okay, well I'll write that down. Then we got Brodog91 quote: "Don't hate me because you ate me." Whoa, that's like if you're. Can I swear on this thing?
No.
Okay, well I won't go into it. Dave, we got a jam-packed show tonight. You excited?
Oh man, it's huge.
Yeah.
The sucker's busting at the seams this show.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
right.
think I think you've got a new line for select episodes this year. This sucker's busting at the seams.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Is
ready.
that why
It's-
you had to undo your belt?
Oh yeah. The my gut represents the show.
Oh, I thought it was like we were talking about something a little bit more filled with virility.
Check
You're
this
talking
out.
about your gut. Whoa, well, things have changed since we've moved over unofficially to
Yeah.
10 p.m. This is not a family show.
New year, new Dave. I might pass out. I don't feel well.
Yeah, this I think I've been systematically giving everyone my illness,
Could
James
be.
disease.
Might be, yeah.
Might be. Okay, well then, if you're gonna pass out and I'm gonna have a coughing fit, let's get the show on the road.
All right.
Person's been here a number of times for the first episode of the year. This has become an at-home tradition, not unlike Christmas, Halloween, etc., etc. Let's welcome the authority of what is cool, specifically in 2025. It's Cathy Fagan. Cathy, how's it going?
It's good. Happy New Year.
Damn,
Whoa,
are you
I
on a
like
private jet?
I like the
Yeah.
way you pronounce that. It's good.
Yeah, I'm flying Emirates.
Yeah, where are you going? Epstein's Island?
I'm going to Dubai.
Okay.
Whoa, what's going on there?
Conference.
For?
Being cool.
Oh, whoa. Anyone else going that we might know?
It's a hot place to have a cool conference.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan and
Oh, wow.
Steve Buscemi.
Wow.
Damn, Steve Buscemi and the Hulkster?
Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't expect the Hulkster to be there. He had a rough ride last night on a wrestling show. The entire arena of people booed him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not stopping him from going to this conference with me.
He's got haters.
It's true. It's
He
exciting.
he does.
Kathy, you have any opinion on haters? Do you think you have any haters? There's no way.
I do. I do. When you were talking about this with Dave, you were talking about people who unfollowed you. Last year, for the first time in my adult life, I blocked someone on Instagram.
Nice.
Me.
How'd it feel?
It
Oh,
felt pretty
that's
good.
who you were talking about? That's where this tension
Kathy
is.
Yeah,
unfollowed.
yeah, I blocked Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
How did
pretty
it feel when you
relief.
did it?
It felt like a relief. I might do it more often.
All right. Were they a hater?
They were a hater.
I have a hard time believing you would have haters, much like Dave.
I've got one hater.
Anything you'd like to say?
Yes. A message to all your haters.
Don't
Yeah,
hate
then you
me.
do one too, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't hate me because you ate me.
Whoa. I'm not gonna. Dave, can I swear on this show?
No.
All right, Dave. Any messages for your haters?
Don't hate the player.
Oh,
Hate the game. And play to win. That ain't no sin.
I think you need to punch it up a bit more and add a couple more lines
More
to it.
things?
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
do
it's
it as.
good. Concise. It's very concise.
Well, if Kathy says it, then it's done. Because Kathy is the authority on cool. Kathy, what are you drinking tonight?
Capri
I'm
Sun?
drinking just dark rum.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
That's pretty
Captain
cool.
Jack.
That's it.
Well, Kathy,
Great.
you were here. You were here last year. I'm curious to know if one, you remember any of the things that you projected to be cool in 2025 ended up being cool.
No, I think it's very cool to forget about your previous New Year's resolution.
Well, I remember one thing you predicted that would be cool would be body conversation.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Was that the show where you and Dave had body conversation with each other?
I think
I
so.
believe
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah, we spoke about that today.
Yeah. And I think I was also on a very rich cruise
Yeah.
during that episode as well.
You travel a
did
lot,
they-
Kathy.
Yep, I am traveling a lot for this show specifically.
Can I ask what type of body conversation you're reading between Dave and myself this year and how it might contrast from last year?
Yeah, I think that this year there's a little bit less tension. I think that you guys have yeah, that maybe it's a little later in the night, so you guys are a little bit more tired. I think there's generally a little less fucks given
Okay.
by your body conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How do you feel about that assessment?
Dave, why don't you go first?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Didn't bother you though, did it?
What didn't bother me?
Well, that Kathy's.
No. Well, no fucks.
Okay.
How would no fucks given bother me?
It's just I noticed your body conversation.
Interesting.
Kathy, I'm looking forward to getting into it this year. You've set up a series of slides to help depict what you believe will be cool this year. We'll see how much it changes from last year because, as you mentioned, it's cool to forget, and we have all forgotten. So, Kathy, why don't we get into it? Before we do, how many slides do we have this year?
We have 4 slides.
Damn, that's a lot.
And I want to throw in the blocking one as a bonus because I think blocking and forgetting, setting and forgetting.
Setting and forgetting. Man, there's a lot of good mottos being thrown around tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that from? Set and Forgetting.
I don't know.
It was like a infomercial.
Cool to forget.
It's cool to forget.
All right, so Dave's going to let us know when slide number 1 is up. So if you're out there on Twitch and you've only got this playing in the background and you do not have your eyes directed towards the screen, we encourage you to do so.
James,
There's some nice visual assistance here.
it's up.
It's up. All right, so Kathy, why don't you take us through the significance of what appears to be a cropped photo of an iPhone?
What do you think this is?
I think you just said it.
Well, I mean, I guess, Kathy, I assume that your question is in regard to what do I think it represents?
James, I've been on the show long enough that I feel like you should have some sense of what cool is at this point.
Okay,
So
so
I'm testing you a little bit.
okay, I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna try to get into your brain. I'm gonna I mean, obviously it's a phone camera. I'm gonna say what's gonna be cool in 2025 is filming yourself having sex.
No.
Well, I
All
got
right.
one.
Yeah, what is it?
Uh, High resolution photography.
You're on the right track.
Oh.
The real answer is
Hold
that
on,
I
James, you guess again.
Well, I was gonna
okay.
say, could it be high resolution photographs of a sexual nature?
No.
Okay.
Are you
Uh,
horny?
No, not in the least.
yeah, he said on opposite day.
Well, Kathy, does my body conversation present horniness?
No, it doesn't.
Thank you.
Well, we were only filming him from the waist up.
Yeah, my lower half body conversation may depict otherwise.
Yeah, some people, to be fair, some guys when they get horny, they like their whole their shoulders like scrunch
Oh
over.
yeah, oh God, am I scrunched in? That's it. I'm going. I'm out tonight. I'm out. Yeah, I'm not horny.
Yeah, that is more relaxed. You seem
Yeah,
more confident when you fix your posture like
yeah.
that.
Panoramic photos.
No.
Oh.
All right, let's reveal what is cool in 2025 with slide number one.
Yeah, can you bring it back up?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
So this feels a little bit anticlimactic now because of all the conversation preceding it, but I think it's going to be cool to have more cameras on the back of your phone.
All right. For a variety of reasons. You know, you can capture a lot with many cameras. Dave, you just got a new iPhone.
Yeah,
Does
I
your
feel bad. I only have
many
two
cameras?
cameras.
Look, I'm going to be honest and transparent. I also only have two cameras in the back of my phone.
I also only have two cameras on the back of my phone.
Wow, none of
So
us
we've
have
got
the
work to do.
maxes.
Yeah, we don't have the maxes. And I think they're going to add a couple more.
Okay.
It's like they used to add a bunch of razor blades to razors.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like
When is
that.
too many? When is it what's the word?
More cameras, smoother shave.
Yeah.
All right. So how, Kathy, did you come to the conclusion that this would be cool in 2025?
I think over the years they keep releasing new iPhones and the changes are minuscule. And when they released the iPhone 13 Pro, that's when we saw the third camera for the first time. And I saw a very big uptick in the amount of people that decided to jump on that phone. So my prediction is that they add a fourth and fifth camera,
All
and
right.
we see everybody buying iPhones.
What do
Well,
you
I
think of
think
this?
I'm up for a new phone at the tail end of this year. So I might end up just squeaking into 2026 with many cameras.
Yeah, hopefully.
What do you think of there's the new feature is Apple Intelligence. Is that cool?
No.
All right, so why don't we move on to the next slide now that we know that many cameras on a singular phone is cool in the new year. A nice hot start. I like this new amendment that we've made is that we see the photos and try to predict what exactly about it
It's the Second Amendment.
is cool. Yeah, we're gonna that's next week's show. We're gonna give off the well, how many amendments are there?
Two.
All right, so we're gonna be presenting our two amendments. All right, so this next photo is nothing I was expecting. Dave, you want to take a swing at this one?
Well, there's a lot of different religious symbols. Maybe spirituality is going to be cool in 2025.
Think there's some significance to the hands.
Oh, it could be hand
So I'm going to say
silhouettes.
I'm going to say I'm going to say throwing away religion.
Or
Dave's more on the track.
is it
Damn,
just
again.
hand silhouettes are cool in 2025?
No, not hand silhouettes.
Which one is it, Kathy?
So I'll tell you, so I'll give you a little bit of background. I was at my grandparents having dinner with my cousins, and my cousin is 15 years old. And
This
he
is like
said,
when you look up a recipe and there's a long story
Yeah.
before you actually get to the recipe.
yeah,
And then it
so,
also turns into religious propaganda.
Yeah.
yeah, so buckle in. My cousin told us that at his school and throughout some of the high schools and his friends that go to these other high schools, it's pretty common for kids now to choose which religion they want to align with as like a social status thing. So people are choosing in high school now whether they want to be Muslim or if they want to be Christian, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And where it was once cool to be an atheist, it is now cool to choose a religion as a high school student. So I think that this year we're going to see religion being very, very,
It sounds kind of like a religion draft.
yeah, it is. And it's a TikTok poll.
Whoa, okay. This is very interesting to me that teens would be into this. So you're saying this is going to be cool. We're all going to maybe pick some new religions in the new year?
Yeah, I think people are going to choose religions.
Do you know if any of these teenagers are selecting Scientology?
It's a great question. I hope so.
Well, my daughter watches this YouTube channel called Ninja Kids, and I just found out that the Ninja Kids are Mormon. They were walking around with the Mormon that black suit with the white tag.
Interesting.
Yeah, so maybe my daughter will want to be Mormon.
Would you like that?
No.
Why don't we move on to the next slide? Again, I'd like to say I really like the amendment that we've made where we get to predict what we think the picture represents. So far, Dave is far closer, hotter than I am cold.
Sure. I'm gonna put it up.
Let's begin. All right, so this is some interesting body conversation. Dave, why don't you guess first this time around?
All right. Well, low resolution image.
Well, we know what you're looking at.
And what's that?
Bust.
Well, I'm going to discuss it in my group later on. But maybe a little bit of attitude is cool in 2025.
Okay, so that's very similar to what my guess was going to be, but I see Cathy shaking her head, so it can't be that. Um, okay, so I'm going to go more what I see, um, like low cut tops at the midsection.
You're so close.
Yes.
What about I don't know, kind of like Halle Berry lookalikes are cool in 2025.
No, that's not it. It is
Exposed skin.
no, it is low-rise jeans are
Okay,
back.
low
Okay.
rise jeans.
Low-rise
Now,
jeans.
now I've been noticing that big bulbous balloon parachute pants have really made a resurgence. 90s fashion, especially a lot of boys and girls dressing like Fred Durst.
That's true, and those are also low-rise. Do you know what goes hand in hand with low-rise jeans?
Low cut tops, half top, crop tops. What are they called?
Ozempic.
Whoa. Are you saying
Yes.
that's what's cool in 2025?
That was cool in 2024, and now people are wearing low-rise jeans.
So this is sort of Ozempic spillover.
Yeah, it's Ozempic spillover. You start with Ozempic, and then this year we lead with the low-rise jeans.
Now, do we think we know anyone on Ozempic?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Now, did this drug always exist for something else and then it was discovered, oh, this is a good like weight loss medicine?
No, not always, but it's a recent-ish drug, probably the last like 5-10 years, and then they figured out that people could just use it for weight loss in the last like 2-3.
Do you have to work out while you're on it?
It
Nope.
basically makes you just not hungry anymore. So like,
Oh my God.
so you only eat you eat very little, and you have a caloric deficit, and you get healthier that way.
I'm sure the side effects have to be terrible.
There's some
Uh,
nausea, apparently. There's some nausea. You can overheat, but if if you have diabetes or if you're severely overweight, it can be like the benefits outweigh the side
Wow.
effects.
All that the way that it was framed scared me a little bit. You're no longer hungry anymore. That feels like you're trying to combat what your body wants and needs.
Are you somebody who can stop eating when they're full?
Oh yeah, when I'm full, I don't have much desire. I'll always maybe save a little bit of room for dessert, but if I'm so disgustingly full, I'll shut it down.
Mm.
I'm
hmm.
not a big snacker. I don't if let's say I want some chips, I'll go to the store, crack open a bag of chips, eat 5 or 6, and then be done with it, then find them in my cupboard months later and throw them in the garbage.
Yeah, I don't operate that way. I'll eat till I'm sick.
Really? Dave, what about you?
Oh
You're a big
yeah.
eater.
I used to be more of a eat till I'm sick kind of person, and I've gotten better at portion control in the
Well, when
last
when you and
couple
I
years.
were on vacation late last year, I was often amazed that you wanted to eat after we just ate. I was like, I'm full.
What was this?
There was a few times where we'd have like we ate dinner, then like 2 hours later, like let's go get dinner.
Really?
But I didn't do a lot of quality eating on our trip.
I don't remember this thing, but I did eat a lot on that trip, so maybe you're right.
To be
Yeah,
fair, when you're on trips, like you want to eat at
it's
as
true.
many
Yeah,
reasonable places as
you
possible.
want to get your fill. Okay, so to confirm low rise jeans, Kathy, have you been wearing low rise jeans?
No, and the reason that they're cool is because they're exclusive, because not
Oh,
everybody can pull them off.
are you saying you can't pull them off? Is this
I
breaking
can't.
news?
You know what? It's the year of honesty. I cannot pull off low-rise jeans.
Why not? What makes someone uh, in a position to pull them off versus not?
I feel like you got to look like the lady in the picture.
Let's pull her
It's
up.
more of a conversation about standards.
I know.
You got to look like an angry woman to pull off these pants.
Yeah. Look, there are body trends. I'm not saying they're good, but body trends are a thing.
Wait, body trends are a thing?
They are.
What
Body trends are a thing.
what does that mean?
You know, like 2 or 3 years ago, it was very trendy to be like voluptuous. Like the Kim Kardashian body trend was like very
Oh, you don't have to tell
desired for a
Dave.
long time. And since Ozempic,
I can't get enough of
now
her.
yeah, since Ozempic, it's more like chic model kind of look is what the trend is
And you
in
think it's
What
Hollywood.
are the
Ozempic that made that? Like it's like the era of Ozempic?
I think so, yeah.
what are the body trends with men currently, and do I fall into it?
That's a great question. I don't know if body trend. I guess the Timothy Chalamet. You're kind of like a Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, I think I look a little bit more rugged than TC.
Yeah. Who's James
I
like? I don't know whose body you have from Hollywood.
DJ
yeah, I don't.
Qualls
DJ Qualls. I'm so sick of being compared to this guy on this show. If I'm DJ Qualls, you're John Popper.
from Blues Traveler.
Yeah, that's right.
I like him.
I love DJ Qualls.
I like John Popper.
He makes some great music.
DJ Qualls?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's opposite day.
Well, then I guess John Popper's pretty bad at the harmonica.
Let's move on. Our body conversation's gonna get a little bit edgy. So we got one more image. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pull it up.
All right, let's pull it up. One final image about what's cool in 2025 before we get to some resolutions. Oh my God. Me off that I went into a coughing fit. Dave, any predictions about what this one represents?
Um, I don't know, sort of cruddy Twitch shows are popular.
Yeah, Kathy, is it that cruddy Twitch shows are popular in 2025?
No, James. I think that this is your year.
Specifically my year?
Yeah, this is the year we're gonna see the show take off. I
Okay,
think.
so this is going to benefit all of us though.
Yeah. I
What
think
is
that's
what
for
is
sure.
what does take off look like to you?
I think when you move to YouTube, you're gonna have
Are we announcing it? Is this the
no,
announcement? I apparently.
whenever you move to wherever you're moving, that's not Twitch. You're gonna beat the algorithm this year.
We're gonna
Right,
beat
we're gonna
it.
beat. Yeah, we're gonna beat it. Wow, so I guess it's official. We're leaving Twitch. Thanks, Kathy.
Kathy, you all right?
Dave, fast reactions.
About this being your year? Look, I said it before. I'll say it again. I think things are turning around for you, James, and the trajectory you're on right now. I think the sky's the limit.
Wow, that's very nice of you to say. Well, you're coming with me.
Oh, great! I'm gonna ride those coattails like a magic
No,
carpet.
no, no, you're right beside me.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So, Kathy, what leads you to believe this?
I just think you guys are going to beat the algorithm, and this is going to be
It's the
people.
second time you said it, and I just want to dig a little bit deeper into this.
Yeah, I think that
Is the algorithm a game to be beaten?
no, I just think it'll naturally happen. I think you'll win the SEO game naturally, and you'll
We're
win.
natty.
Yeah.
We're not on
All right,
trend.
let's get into our New Year's resolutions. Kathy, did you make any this year?
I actually didn't, but James, there was something that you've said in the past that kind of resonated with me this year that I thought I would take on.
Something I've said in the past. Okay.
Yeah. And that was to give my opinion less.
Yeah. So famously,
James
I
has said
tell
that to
Kathy,
every woman he's ever
I,
met.
I, I, I famously tell most women, I think you could stand to give your opinion a little less. No, for context, I have given this. Again, this is context. This is very important with this exact subject that we're discussing right now. Give your opinion less has been a resolution I have given to myself. And I guess me and Kathy have talked about it, and I'm sure that I've addressed that I always fail at that resolution, that I just break it and continue to give my opinion.
Yeah. I think I give my opinion a little bit too much sometimes
Interesting.
with
Does it
friends.
get you into trouble?
Maybe more so with family, actually. I think I give my opinion too much to family members.
I think what it comes down to is picking the moments when sharing your opinion you feel is going to lead to a positive change.
Yeah. Not coming from a place where I'm like frustrated or trying to like control somebody.
Yeah. Or also, sometimes your opinion doesn't need to be heard in
Yeah.
situations. You say a thing, like if everyone's like, oh, this was great. Well, I don't know. I actually thought it was a little bit mediocre. Did I need to say that? Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Dave, do you have any resolutions?
Yeah, I have a resolution. It's a 1 month resolution, which is to not eat McDonald's food for the month of January.
Doing dry January.
Doing dry January. I can drink their drinks,
Yep.
coffee, smoothie.
Or this, okay, smoothies count.
Smoothies are fine. But yeah, I do drive through McDonald's too much because my son will only nap in the car. So I'm cutting it out for Jan.
Now, last week, Dave, I sent you a photo of a McDonald's meal that I was eating, and I was shocked to find out that it edged you a little bit.
Yeah, I've already been put in a variety of scenarios where I've been in McDonald's drive-through and smelt all the foods. My family's gone to McDonald's and I've had to abstain.
I want to say something, and Dave, I love your family, but I don't think that's okay.
Well, it's tough when your 2-year-old wants chicken nuggets.
Sure, but
It's
but
hard
you're
to.
also you're trying to accomplish something.
I agree, but I've explained that to him numerous times and he refuses to hear it.
It's fair. I've talked to the guy. It can be tough
Yeah,
sometimes.
he just doesn't. He doesn't care. He does not
I
care.
try
but
not
I'm
to give
trying
him my opinion.
But I'm
I try
trying to
not to
better
give him my
myself.
opinion.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
My resolution for myself this year, and I'm trying to frame it differently so it doesn't feel like it's. I think the word resolution really carries a lot of gravitas from a societal standpoint. So I'm trying to frame it more as a goal. I want to have more fun. I want to start having more fun and doing fun things.
Like levity.
Bit of levity. I feel like most of the things that I began to do as fun inevitably become my jobs. And I love that. And I feel very fortunate and very lucky. But I want to do some things that are just for fun.
Like
Do you have
mushrooms.
hobbies? Do you have any hobbies?
Kathy, I have no hobbies, and the problem is any hobby that people suggest, I feel so bad because when they do suggest, I'm like, I don't really want to do that.
Do you want to come to an adult gymnastics class with me and Danielle?
Well, if Danielle's not there,
Okay, we can go to an adult gymnastics
but
class.
now what does that look like?
That's like Ninja
I'm not
Kids.
sure yet. I'm not sure
I,
yet.
you know, it's we're 7 days into the year, and I hear this term "ninja kids" every day now. I resolved to no longer hear about ninja kids.
Me too, but Teddy doesn't care.
Yeah, I tried to tell him.
Yeah.
I think the idea of joining now, Cathy, I've known you for a number of years. I've known you to join a number of classes. I think the idea of taking a class, I'm like, I don't want to learn anything. I want to go. It was like, oh, we're gonna go.
What about
like,
hiking?
Dave, take it from here, please.
I like hiking. I think it's a wonderful activity. James doesn't like hiking because he's miserable.
Yeah,
Well,
and you have
I
more
think
fun.
I think miserable is a bit. It's a bit
On
of a
the
stretch.
nose.
Yeah, I like taking a walk through. So it's opposite day. Taking a walk through the woods for like an hour, but I don't want to have to pack things. I don't want to wear a bag. I don't want to have to get special shoes that are awful.
Okay, the hiking is a spectrum. It's not just you have to go,
Sure.
get it out. Like
Yeah.
a walk through the woods for an hour is hiking, basically. You could
Okay.
go for
So
an
you're on the
hour long
spectrum,
hike.
James.
I think yes. I think hiking has a connotation for me.
Okay.
Like, and I don't want to take a class. I don't want to learn. Learning doesn't feel fun to me. It's like, hey, we're all gonna go.
How are you
We're all
gonna do
gonna go to
anything new?
You know what? I think it would be fun to play some ultimate frisbee. I think that would be fun.
So you know how to play it. You know all the
Yes,
rules.
but I don't want to join. I don't want to pay money to have fun, to learn the thing that's supposed to be fun. If it was like, oh, we're gonna go to like a trampoline park, I'd be like, great, but there's no instructor, right? Like I don't want
to a trampoline park.
I don't want to have to learn a code of conduct before I have fun.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
You need
did
your
you say?
fun to be sort of just like it's like planned, but then also feel spontaneous. It can't be too organized.
No, it's not the organization. I just don't want to have to learn a thing.
Learn a thing.
Yeah, man. Like I walk by the timeout market, there's that room where you can pay to have cooking classes, and I think, God, just end it.
That seems fun.
So there's
not
no
for me.
skill.
Not
There's
for
no
me.
skills that you want to develop, is what you're saying. Like there's no skills out there that you want to get better
You've
at.
peaked.
No, I want to have fun. I don't want to learn. Learning isn't fun to me. I want to have a good time.
So you want to know everything.
I don't want to have to know everything. If it was like, oh, we're gonna get together and play this game, and then a few of us don't know, and it's like, oh, Cathy, you got to explain the rules. But I don't want to be beholden to an instructor who's like, oh, you can't jump that high into the foam cube pit. I'd be like, just back off, man. What's gonna happen?
Okay, so no authority figures, and you just want to be able to have a good
You have a
time.
problem with authority. I think that might be it.
So we
I have,
can
a problem with, I have a
board
problem with
games.
authority that I don't respect. Like that guy at the Vancouver flyover, Dave. Remember how much I hated him?
It's true. There was a sort of usher at the flyover who was very strict, making sure that everyone adhered to the rules, and he was a bit of a dweeb.
Yeah, a nerd with power. Look,
Yeah, nerd, no one likes a nerd with power.
It's 45. We got another guest coming up, but I want to get to this next part. This is very important, where we give each other New Year's resolutions. So, Dave, I'd like to start with you. You're going to give Cathy one and myself one.
All right. Cathy, I'm gonna give. Maybe this is what I gave last year. I don't remember exactly, but I'm gonna give. Occasionally not having to keep up this cool persona. Occasionally let people in.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that one. I hate it. I hate it.
Take the sunglasses off one day a week.
I hate it.
And
Why do you hate that one?
Because why would you tell someone to back away from coolness?
it doesn't mean you have to stop being cool. I'm saying not being.
You're saying that Cathy is not being her authentic self? I'm throwing a flag on the play.
Look, no,
Dave-
you know what? I get this feedback literally all the time, and in different ways. My boss told me earlier today, he was like, you have a poker face, and it's good in some situations. He's like, other situations, I can never tell what you think or...
Cathy, this is why you and me get along. You and me get along because I bet you and I have similar plights. The amount of time... The first time I met you, I thought you hated me. Oh, why? Did I say something? No, just the way you look.
And the fact that you did an impression of me on your internet show afterwards.
What? That's my first meeting of someone? Yeah, afterwards, yeah, you know what? Now I do hate you. Go fly a kite, go kick rocks, jump in a lake, forget how to swim, suck a toilet.
All right, James, I'm going to give you one.
Yeah, here we go. Do whatever you want.
I think sincerely, try things that you don't like. That you have a preconceived hate towards. Try it out for a little bit, like a cooking class,
Dave. I don't want to take a cooking class.
Well, that's why I'm giving you it. That's
You're
why it's not your resolution. That's
you're
why
basically
I'm
telling me
one.
do things you don't want to do.
But there are certain things that I feel like you have an aversion to.
Why don't you give me something that you think I have an aversion to?
If you tried it, you might enjoy it.
That's like me saying, Dave, you know what? I think you should do porn. Do you want to do it?
No.
You have an aversion to it, so you should do it. Kathy, what do you think?
I think that would literally ruin my life.
But Dave, it might be fun.
No.
This is what I'm saying. Kathy, I think we merge. We get one of these iPhones. It's got 4 cameras, and Dave records homemade porn. It doesn't. I never said it had to be with other women.
All right.
Maybe it's a fun activity with your wife.
Then you do a cooking class, James.
Okay, this is the deal. I will take a cooking class if you make homemade porn. We both don't want to do our thing, Dave.
No deal.
Okay, so what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I have to take a cooking class at the timeout market that I don't want to take, but you won't make porn.
All right, it's 8:48. We gotta go.
It's 8:48. Oh my God, this show's gone back in time. All right, so Kathy, it's your turn here. You got to give one to me and Dave, and just so you know, telling Dave to do porn is off the table.
Oh damn. James, I kind of agree. I think you should do something that's out of your comfort zone. I think you should push yourself out of your comfort zone. That's what I think
what Kathy's saying makes more sense. It's like get out of your comfort zone, because that implies maybe try a thing that you've wondered about, where I don't want to take a cooking class. I just don't have any interest. I would show no effort and they'd throw me out of the class, just like they did when I had to go swing dancing.
You got thrown out of a swing dancing class?
The teacher did not care for me. He thought I was having a little too much fun.
You weren't having a Zoot Suit riot?
Yeah, I wasn't throwing back a bottle of beer. Yeah. He blew. Okay, so get out of my comfort zone. I'm happy to accept that one.
Okay, and Dave. I think you should be more tolerant of aloof people.
Wow. I agree.
All right, I'll do my best. I'm sorry, James.
Well, it is now my turn. Kathy, this is if you have interest. If not, I would never tell someone to do something they don't want to do.
It feels like a cop-out.
No, it isn't a cop-out, because I'm not going to tell people to do things. You should resolve to do a thing you don't want to do. Kathy, I say if you want to wear low-rise jeans, you should.
I don't want to.
Then don't do it.
This feels like a cop-out.
Get ready, because I've got a backup in case.
Okay.
Keep giving your opinion, maybe give more of it.
You think I should give more of my opinion?
I have no problem with it.
Interesting.
Dave?
Yep.
I want you to film a porn with your wife.
I'll think about it.
All right, great. Well, Kathy, thank you so much for being here. We're gonna keep this train rolling. How long until you land in Dubai?
14 hours.
Well, I hope you're able to pass the time in a nice economical way.
I'm gonna get loaded.
All right, thanks so much.
Okay, bye.
Well, Kathy's been drinking, what was it, dark rum?
Oh, yeah, I forgot it's illegal in Dubai.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna hide in the bathroom when we land.
well, good luck with that, Kathy. Let us know how the trip to Dubai goes.
Thanks.
All right, Dubai.
Happy New Year. Dave, that segment ran 51 minutes.
Yeah, it was a bit long.
Something changes at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, what?
Every week 10 o'clock hits, I go, I don't know about this. But then we have fun. So are we having more fun at 10 than we had at 9?
I think so. It's like when When Letterman started.
Show started at 11:30.
Yeah.
And before that, 12:30.
Yeah.
All right, so tune in next week when we move the show to 12:30 a.m. on YouTube. We're going to keep the show moving. Let's welcome our next guest, the resident rock star of the At Home with James universe. It's Marlaena Moore. Marlaena, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year to you both.
Thank you very much. How did you celebrate?
So originally we were supposed to, we were in Calgary still for the holidays. We were supposed to go hang out with some good close friends of ours who we rarely get to see, and unfortunately they were both very, very ill.
Oh,
so
they probably have James disease.
Yeah, somehow it's traveling around.
Yep.
And so honestly, it was nice because our holidays were pretty crammed with a lot of family activities. So it was kind of nice to do something kind of low key. So we just ordered takeout and watched Lord of the Rings.
Whoa, hold on. What type of takeout?
Sushi, because in Montreal you can't get good sushi, and you can get better sushi in Calgary than Montreal.
Dave, is that true? Bad sushi, Montreal?
Montreal's bad sushi. What kind of Lord of the Rings?
The extended edition. We started with in order, of course.
So none of this new Amazon Prime series.
No, we weren't watching The Rings of Power.
Okay.
Now, I have yet to ever see anything from the Lord of the Rings.
Good for you, James. You keep it that way, hon.
Oh, is there something negative about the Lord of the Rings?
No, not at all. It's one of the most amazing film trilogies ever created. I just will never waste my time trying to make you watch anything.
Yeah, you wouldn't care for it, James.
Especially anything fantasy, don't worry about it.
And it's one of the most amazing trilogies.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. But
it's Peter
yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah, but it's fantasy. It's, there's hobbits and elves, so I'm not gonna bother trying to make you watch it.
I used to line up at the midnight premieres of those movies. Watch them, and they ended at like 4 a.m.
My mom had a big crush on Aragorn. And you know what? When I was watching it this time around, I was like, wow, I feel so close to my mother right now, because I'm also feeling very attracted to Aragorn.
He's a good-looking gentleman.
Aircorn?
James doesn't get it. Dave, you and me get it. Let's do our own.
I know the creature Gollum. I know that creature.
Oh yeah.
Very unsettling.
There's also a creature in the Harry Potter films that's just like him. I don't know what that one's name is. Dougie or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Dave, were you a Potter man? Were you a Potterhead?
I've seen the Potter films, yeah.
Isn't there a creature, Gorby or something?
Is it like Doobie?
Doobie?
Yeah. The Doobie Brothers.
I love the Doobie Brothers.
Now, Dobby.
Yeah.
Coming in from the chat, Cathy.
Coming in from Cathy, straight from trip to Dubai. All right, aren't those creatures similar? They're both CGI creatures.
Sure, they're CGI creatures, but Gollum is sort of the representation of
he's
greed
disgusting,
and what it does.
He's like a sewer dwelling looking creature.
I literally lived in a sort of a
balding
underwater layer guarding this ring for hundreds of years
until a balding, emaciated freak
until it was found by Bilbo. And then later taken to the mountain of Mount Doom by Frodo and his partner in crime, Samwise Gamgee.
So this series is better than all of the Avengers? People love those movies.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. It's incredible. It's extremely thoughtful and
James,
beautiful.
Are you reading a synopsis?
No, I'm not reading any synopsis.
Oh, okay.
I think the likelihood of me reading a synopsis for the Lord of the Rings movie is very slight. Although if I had to watch one of them, it would be the Ralph Bakshi cartoon version.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I actually tried to watch that one, and it's really, really weird.
If I had to watch or consume any Lord of the Rings content, it would be that.
It's really weird because the opening is exactly the book, which doesn't really work. It's really weird.
I think I'd be in for the animation.
Go for it.
And
Do
then I'd be
that.
like, I'm going to turn this off and watch Heavy Traffic instead, or Fritz the Cat.
Absolutely. Fritz the Cat is great.
Yep. Some nice filth,
Absolutely.
palate cleanse. Marlene, I'm curious to know, do you have any New Year's resolutions this year?
Mm, I think some light ones. I'm really I feel like I try I've gotten better in the past few years of not putting any pressure on myself whatsoever.
Sure.
Because the fall from grace, is just so it's it's high, when you're trying to make really bold, like like I am absolutely going to do this. It can be it can be deflating when you feel like you're not able to accomplish that.
That's why I made
So
a
what are some
one
of your
month
failed
resolution.
failed resolutions?
Yeah.
Um, Gosh, I don't know, to just like be more disciplined. That
Hmm.
always fails immediately.
Well,
Um,
maybe New Year's resolutions are a matter of trying to resolve to do things that aren't so, okay, it's the next day, I got to start on this heavy thing right away.
no, absolutely. And so I feel like some kind of light ones that I was sort of thinking about when the new year was just happening was I want to get better at forecasting when I'm going to be very busy and like a make dinner plans a little bit more in advance. And that
Hmm.
doesn't mean doing psycho meal prep because I can't do that shit. That does not make me happy, but just like
Oh,
literally,
you should take a cooking
yeah.
class. Then you'll love the meal prep.
Maybe I would. I don't have time or money to do a cooking class. And actually something I realized over the holidays is because um me and Monty did do some cooking with the help of his niece and nephew for the whole family a couple times, and it was actually very fun. And something I realized while I was cooking for people is one, I'm actually better at it than I think I am because at my many failed attempts to try to get better at cooking over the years, I have absorbed quite a bit of knowledge that has stayed with me. And then also, the thing I finally keyed into is that the person who cooks all the meals gets to be in control of everything. So that when I finally had that realization, I think I decided that, like, okay, I'm open to enjoying cooking, maybe.
Hmm.
Cooking's also not. I mean, it's not that hard. Like I feel like a couple of tips and tricks here and there, and you
Yeah.
can make a lot of good stuff pretty
But I
easily.
No,
think I think
I
you have
just
to
get
enjoy the challenge.
yeah, I just get very I think that is what I enjoy, a challenge more than that. And I think also too it's like I think in a way I was speaking to my friend about this on the phone where I think I had this sort of like wrong idea of what me being good at cooking looked like, where I kind of thought that I had to be this like, you know, uh just flawless looking, not a stitch of makeup, up with the sun baking bread for the whole neighborhood. But like the actual cook that I am is like a rugged, like I don't know, like Greek ex mobster, just like handful of this, handful of that, and there's just like shit everywhere, but it's okay because it's gonna be delicious, Kind of sort of rethinking of what me like enjoying cooking actually is.
Dave, what type of cook are you?
I would say I'm like a short order cook. Do a lot of frying stuff. Do a lot of quick chopping. A lot of throwing things together. Quick meals. Nothing too fancy. I'm not making any kind of like puff pastry or baking
Saying you could
anything.
you could be a diner
I
guy.
could be a diner guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what about this year's resolutions? Either large, medium, or small, Marlena.
So that's definitely one, is to
Okay.
like maybe like just be a little bit more, just be better at like planning for when I'm gonna be busy, and then actually like prioritizing like eating, because this in back in December and even November, it just got so bad where both me and Monty were so unbelievably busy and we were just like, oh, right, we have to fucking eat, which almost never happens to me. Like I'm a hungry girl and I like to eat, but I do lose my appetite when I get too busy. And that did happen. I did not like that at all. And when you lose your appetite, but you are like a tall person who needs a fuel like food to live, then it just like everything around food and like needing to make food at home, it just becomes this kind of like anxiety thing.
Dave,
Like
can you relate as a tall person?
I'm a tall person, but it's rare that I don't eat. that
well, but also you have children that you need to feed or
Yeah,
they'll
but
die.
even before that though, yeah, probably would lean on the side of eating too much than too little most of the time.
Well, I think it was just rare for me, like, so yeah, something it's in the past been kind of rare for me to like fully lose my appetite, but I've realized that it does fully happen if I get
Okay.
really, really busy.
Busy? Is it like anxiety, or is it like the anxiousness of being busy, or just you forget?
No, it's not anxiousness. It's just kind of like it's like the hyper focusing, like adrenaline just being really
Locked
like
in?
locked into what I'm doing. And then I'm also, I don't know, I guess I'm on medication that also makes you lose your appetite sometime. Ozempic.
Yeah.
Maybe
Nice.
that's it. And then what else? I yeah, I don't know. I guess just like just oh, I guess a big one is to like get over my driving anxiety.
Okay.
Now.
Do you have your
Um,
license?
I do have my license, but I got it in Alberta where they will give anybody a license essentially. And so what will happen with me a lot is that because I got my license late. Like I took driving lessons and I got my license when I was like, yeah, like 28 years old, like right before we moved to Montreal, and didn't really get to do a lot of driving because we had a standard and I cannot drive standard. And then now we have our minivan, which I can drive and feel more comfortable in, but it's just like there's something just happens where every time I get behind the wheel and where I'm just like I don't want to kill anybody. Like I just don't want to.
A pretty reasonable concern, I think.
Yeah. And so but I feel like in the past many years I've done a lot of really good work and I feel more like, if you can believe it, chill than ever. This is me as a calm, chill person. You should have seen. Oh,
Now, what if you became an Uber driver to really face the fear head on?
oh, I don't want to do that at all. That
Or
sounds
maybe you split the
terrible.
difference, become an Uber Eats driver, and then when you're hungry, you can pick food up for yourself at the restaurant as you're picking up someone's order.
Yeah, all of that sounds bad. I'll become an Uber driver when you take a cooking class.
And I shoot a porno.
Nice. These are great goals. Dave, you come out as the rock star in all of this, though.
I don't know. You haven't seen the porno yet.
I'm waiting. We're going to air it live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Any other resolutions, Marlena?
Well, I guess a goal or something that I would love to happen is to just have more money.
Yeah, that's a good one. Resolving to make more cash, which you could do probably as an Uber driver.
Fuck. All right, I'll think about it.
Nice. And then maybe you drive a van. Hear me
Yeah.
out. That's
Mhm.
right. And then Dave films his porno in the back, like the old school bang bus.
Okay, well, here's the thing is that if we're gonna shoot it in the van, then you have to host like the porno, kind of like Burt Reynolds and Boogie Nights, and Dave will be in the back,
No,
and we're just gonna drive
zero,
up.
zero problem with that.
There
I'll
you
take the
go.
cooking class. I'll cater to the whole thing.
I have a problem with it.
Oh, what is it? You don't want a woman driving?
Yeah.
You don't want to, yeah. You don't want a woman driving a car, and James wants to put all women in low-rise jeans.
I just
And
think
tell them
women
to
should wear.
stop
I think
giving
women
their
should wear whatever
opinions
they
so
want
much.
and however they want to wear it. But that's just me.
Wow, that's
just
brave,
me.
James.
Thank you. Well, I've always been an ally.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. Marlaena, you got any resolutions for Dave and myself? And then we're gonna do the roundabout again. Although Dave, no more resolutions for me and none for you from me.
Dave, I think that maybe a resolution for you is that you and your wife could go on more dates.
That's a good one. We've been starting to do that, and hopefully it increases in the new year.
Well, I really hope that for you because I also like me and Monty too. I kind of want to do more fun. It's tough sometimes when you live with your partner, even a million times harder if you have kids and you're just like you see the person all the time, but it's not like quality time. So it's you gotta invest, you know?
We tried to go see the Bob Dylan movie with Timothy Chalamet and
Robert Zimmerman.
yeah, it was sold out.
Damn. Gotta get those tickets in advance.
I know.
Yeah. You decided not to illegally stream it on Flickstore?
Is it up on Flickstore?
For sure. Maybe I'll watch it just to spite you.
Okay, go for it. You can don't spoil it for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Could you imagine what those spoilers could possibly look like?
He's still alive.
Yeah, this is when he goes electric.
Oh, my
Wait till
ears
you
are burning.
see, wait till you see when he puts those sunglasses on.
Yeah.
James, I think for your resolution, you should get a fresh new look.
Fresh new look. I've debated it to a
Yeah, I
degree.
think you need to get.
I do micro upgrades under the radar because anytime I make changes, people don't stop talking about it.
I think you need to make a macro change. I
What,
think you need
yeah.
do
What type-
something really drastic. And I
Like?
think maybe even redo your entire apartment.
Oh, well, I do intend on redoing my bedroom. My bedroom, I believe to be, is currently a dark zone. That's
Yeah.
what I've named it. It's an area of darkness. So the planning is underway. I have a vision quest that I'm going to go on.
Oh.
So the my living room, I'm fine as is. That won't change. But the bedroom is that's the big project for 2025.
What if you turned your living room into into more of a Pepsi living room?
Oh, that'd be really interesting. Yeah, I put more bounce to the ounce, as Pepsi used to say.
yeah, or Pepsi.
What if you
beer.
turned your entire apartment into a porno studio that Dave could come
Well,
shoot
it's,
on it, and
it-
Dave could go on a date to your apartment? and
Funny
shoot
that you mention this
pornos?
because this is the aesthetic that I'm looking for in my bedroom. I want to put together a full-blown swingers pad bedroom.
Wow. Okay.
Gross.
And what's the look that that's gonna match with it?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to find a lot of accessories and accoutrement through thrifting and things of that nature. Maybe some different rugs, different bedding, different lighting. It's
What
good.
about
Well, but
introducing
I'm
some-
saying that you should match your bedroom. So
I
you
mean,
might-
yeah. I think if I were to wear a bunch of '70s guys' outfits, people would be like, "Wow!" But I don't want to walk around in a costume.
No, but I think there's ways to do it where you can like wink at that, but then not be so literal. I think you need
It's
to
possible.
make. I think you should, for fun, as kind of like a prank, should just have a whole fresh new look.
Like a self prank.
Yeah, just prank myself. Well, I've been slowly integrating less flannel into my closet.
That's exciting. Well, what about for me? Do you each have a resolution for me?
Dave, why don't you go first?
Well, why don't you go first, James?
Well, because Dave, it's
Yeah.
your turn.
Interesting.
Because it went Marlaena to Dave, then Marlaena to James, and it should go Dave to Marlaena, then James to Marlaena.
I mean, I guess that's one way of doing it. All right. Let me think. Marlena. Well, what if, you have this sort of nebulous goal of making more money? What if I
Okay.
give you instead of a full year resolution, a 1 month goal of selling something?
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like
Okay.
what?
I mean, it could be anything.
It could be all of these clothes over here.
Sure, yeah.
I I went really crazy with thrifting while I was in Alberta because holy shit, it's just so good.
So here are the parameters. You
Tell
bought
me.
something for a price, and now you have to sell it for a higher price.
Yes, I understand that. I have
Great.
done that before, certainly.
Great. So you have a 1-month goal.
Thanks. We'll check back in with that later.
Perfect.
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. I'm gonna put the cards on the table. No crap, Marlaena. I think you should do a one-person show.
Oh, wow. Well, I kind of do a one-person show of it when I play music,
I mean more of a theatrical show.
like a one-woman show.
Sure.
You could sell
Okay.
tickets to it.
Yeah.
Do you actually mean that, or are you trying to prank me?
What's the possible prank?
Like, she's a failure! She's ridiculous!
I think I feel more insulted that my resolution of encouraging you to do a one-person show is me trying to prank you.
What if we do this? Marlena, I think you should do a 1-person show.
Oh, wow, Dave, that's so sweet.
Mm,
You know what?
yeah.
I have been meaning to do that. Well, that's a very I'll think about it for sure. I definitely want to do like just in general as well, like I really want to do more writing across the board.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Can't do a one-person show without writing.
No, certainly not.
Let's improvise.
True, yeah.
I'll write Dave's porn.
Oh, I'm all in for that.
And
Dave,
I'll
maybe
perform it
I
as a
resolve
one-woman
to
show.
maybe I resolve to get AI to generate a Dave porno, much like I did with that movie I got AI to generate about you a few years ago.
Please
Aw,
don't
this
do
is such
that
a waste of
because
water.
there is AI porno where you can take someone's likeness and turn it
No,
into
I don't mean that.
porno.
I mean a script.
Okay. Well, either way, I don't like it.
Why don't I just give you a character name then?
All right.
All right, so I guess we'll do another script reading live on the air.
I don't know.
Well, Cathy was here for the last script reading. I think she played your wife.
I've wiped that whole episode from my memory.
Why? It was awesome.
Not for me.
The premise of this movie was that Dave was in a rehab center to combat his urges to cheat on his wife.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Horrible.
So you say that as a positive, and I hear that as a negative.
Dave, I wasn't finished.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because of the allure and seduction of a pickup artist that's trying to recruit Dave to be part of his roster of pickup artists. And throughout the film, Dave doesn't cheat once, and he vanquishes the pickup artist to maintain a happy life with his family.
Wow.
And
That's
in the script, he orders pizza and Chinese food in the same sitting.
So wait, so in the film version, would it
Yeah.
kind of be like a Austin Powers thing where Dave would play like the himself as well as the pickup artist?
Well, Dave refused to read the script, so Dimitri stepped in the role of Dave Kaufman, and yeah, Cathy Fagan was here, and then we had Socrates, the pickup artist, playing himself.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a good idea. We haven't done one of these in a while, so
Oh, wait. Okay, James, I changed my resolution for you.
good, because the likelihood of me doing it was slim.
You have to write a one-person show.
Oh,
And
that's on
I
my
mean
goal
that
list.
sincerely and not as a prank.
Yeah, I mean,
And you have to take a cooking class.
no, the cooking class but I've got a couple different shows in the pipeline. It's just a matter of picking one and doing it. As someone who's had local success with his solo shows, award-winning shows.
Yeah, that was a little while ago. You gotta
It was. It sure was.
give us something fresh.
Let's give him something to talk about, right, Dave?
Sure, yeah. That's why I've always said that.
Yeah, you have always said that.
Yeah.
You're always like, hey, people are talking.
Yeah.
Talking about
Talking
people.
about people.
Yeah. Well, look.
All right,
James,
well, Marlaena, look, I want to thank you for the resolutions. I want to wish you the best of luck with your resolutions in 2025. And here's to more appearances and more success in the new year.
Hey, cheers.
Hey, bye.
That's Marlaena Moore. Dave, before we call it a night, we've left one very important portion of this show to the very end.
What's that, James?
Dave, what are your predictions for 2025
Oh,
as we do
man.
every year?
It's going to be an interesting year, James.
Yeah, what's going to make it interesting, Dave?
Oh, I mean, all the things that happen.
I mean, last year was I had a very interesting year.
Yeah. We got
It veered more into the negative than the positive.
Sure, but you only got one direction to go, James. You hit rock bottom and you're bouncing back stronger than ever.
Future's so bright I gotta wear shades.
Yeah. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. You got to play the game to win. That ain't no sin. It's time to have a little bit of fun, and I ain't the only one.
Wow. That's it. We're ending the show here.
Yeah.
For Dave Kaufman, I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, be well, and a very happy new year.